What it is, focus your homeboy first. Back again with another episode of the realest, most entertaining show in the game. Put it on some. Make sure y'all watch all segments of episode 183 of Put It On Something. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button, okay, and put all your people on it. You understand? And of course, hit that subscribe button. You feel me? JSU basketball made a clean sweep in Sin City. Okay? It was damn near sinful how aggressive them boys were playing. Okay? How aggressive they were playing. But Coach Moten told y'all, 2 dogs, 1 bone. And when there's 2 dogs and 1 bone, goddammit, you need to be the dog who does what's necessary to get that goddamn bone. And that's what we did out there in Sin City by knocking off Howard and knocking off North Carolina A&T, okay? The basketball team had to get our lick back for the travesty, for the injustice that was done to the Sonic Boom of the South. I'll talk about that momentarily, okay? But since we went out there to Las Vegas and swept that goddamn event, the Chris Paul HBCU Classic, whatever the hell they called it. They said show up, we showed up. Since we did that, it's only right. It's only proper that I strike up the motherfucking band. Let's go! Yes. Love the boom. Gotta strike up the boom for JSU basketball. You understand? So let's talk about these games, all right, and see how our Tigers were able to sweep things out there in Sin City. But before we do, okay, I need y'all to do something. Make sure y'all go over to kingmacneil.com. Go to kingmacneil.com, okay? You can go on over there or you can download the app. Do either one, you feel me? And when you make your first purchase on the app, you get 20% off. Now, you might be saying, first, what the hell is KingMacNeil.com? I'm going to tell you what it is, okay? The King McNeil collection is #1 when it comes to your Divine 9 gear, okay? So if you're in one of these fraternities or sororities, okay, you're AK, like my little boo thing, okay? Or you a Q dog, like one of my partners, you know what I'm talking about? Whoever you are, whatever you roll with, okay? Go to kingmacneil.com or download the app, okay? And tell them first sent you, okay? They are black-owned business. It is run by my brother, Brandon McNeil, and his family, okay? And they are incredible people, okay? So if you buying your Divine 9 gear, you ought to be getting it from King McNeil, okay? Shop at kingmacneil.com or download the app. Tell them first sent you. But let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into it. All right, in the Howard game, can't cap. We came out a little sluggish in that game. Okay, we got down early. We got down 11-0 in that game, but we clawed our way back with great defense. Okay, in the second half, our 8-0 run led to a timeout by Howard, and it featured back-to-back threes by Mr. Mitchell and Colton, who didn't really shoot it well in this game. I'll take you out through the box score momentarily, okay? But the name of this game was our swarming defense, okay? Our swarming defense and hitting the boards, okay? We were blitzing, picking rolls, we were rotating, we were forcing turnovers, okay? That's coaching. That's conditioning. That's high IQ basketball players, and that's damn want to. That's desire. That's heart. That's what that is. And that's really what you saw in both of these games, okay? But to run some numbers for you in the Howard game, all right, we were outshot in both of these games, actually, okay? Howard actually shot pretty damn good from the field. Okay, they shot 50, not pretty damn good from the field. They shot 54% from the field. They shot 43% from trade ball. Okay, we shot 44% from the field, and 40.9% from trade ball. Okay, so we didn't shoot too shabbily ourselves. Okay, but we forced 21 turnovers. Okay, now when you look at that shooting percent, you might say, first, I thought you just said they defended. All right. We forced them damn turnovers. We were fucking aggressive. Okay, we were taking the ball away and then we were doing something with it. Okay, a couple other examples of our aggression in this Howard game. Okay, that made us win this motherfucking game. We won the rebounding battle by a total of 38-29. 16 offensive boards, so that's 6. 16. Again, offensive rebounding is wanting to go get it. And this ain't the NBA where everybody we playing 4 out and 1 in, and as soon as the shot is taken from 3, everybody just sprinting back on defense, and you just got all these uncontested rebounds. No, in college basketball is much more similar to high school basketball. You still got to put an ass on somebody and go get the ball. And we were doing that. 16 offensive boards, so there's 6. Okay, that's incredible. Another stat that shows our aggression and our tenacity is the free throw line. Okay, now we didn't shoot it well. We only shot 64% from the free throw line. They didn't shoot it well either. They shot 54.5%. Okay, but we had 28 attempts. 28 free throw attempts to their 11. So a lot of folks like to bring in the refs. Oh, that must have been the refs. Okay. But you got to watch the game. That's why you got to watch the game. If you just look at the stat line, you might think, oh, the refs are doing some fundamentals for Jackson State. No. If you watch that game, you see one team was uber fucking aggressive. And that was Jackson State Tigers. Okay. So that's why we ended up with them goddamn free throw attempts like that. Okay. Because we were being aggressive. We were being aggressive. And that's how you win the game. All right. In terms of some individual numbers from that game, okay, Mr. O'Neal led us in scoring, and he was really showing his ass this whole event, okay? Mr. O'Neal had 19 points on, check this out, 9 of 12 shooting. That's fucking efficient. Very efficient. That young king got a nice little jump hook on him, too. I like that. Bring that jump hook back. A lot of folks sleeping on post moves, okay, because they watching the NBA and everything is just jacking up a 3 and penetrating and trying to Euro a motherfucker, okay? But come on, man, give me some post moves, okay? And we do see some guys getting posts in the league, okay, like Jokic and Embiid, okay? But come on. But Mr. O'Neal taking it back to them early 2000s, okay? When every night there was a power forward out there giving you some work, okay? You got goddamn Tim Duncan, of course, but you got C-Webb, you got KG, okay? You got all these cats out here, Rasheed Wallace, all these cats that'll take your ass in that block and give you some work, okay? And this young man undersized, he ain't like he knows 16 or nothing, okay? But he got a nice little post game on him, okay? Jump hooks, up and unders, all that kind of shit. Good shit from that young king. All right. Also, Chase Adams had 15. Y'all know he's a general. You know, to my 15 and 7 assists. Shout out to that young king. And he was efficient as well. 6 out of 12 shooting. Okay, to round out the scoring. Colton had 12, but didn't shoot well, like I alluded to. 4 of 16 overall, 4 of 13 from 3. That's not gonna get it. 4 of 13. That's 31%. Okay, I told y'all where I need them, man. I need them up around 37, 38, 39%. Ideally 40. You 40, you wet, okay? But I take 37, 38, 39%, okay? Ken, who came to the game as our leading scorer, had 13 points, but shot terribly. Shot 3 of 12, okay? But did have 8 boards. Okay, see, we went and got some other things done. Got on the boards, okay? Gave me 8 boards, was second on the team in boards, okay? Mr. Mitchell came off the bench in 19 minutes and gave me 15 points, okay? And he was shooting that motherfucker from one of the casinos, okay? He was shooting that bitch from that little sphere that they got out there. That's where he was shooting that bitch from. He was shooting the cover off that motherfucker, and we needed all of them. He was 4 or 5 from Trey Ball. Okay, so that's really why our percentage was looking the way it was, because that young man was spraying that bitch. Okay, shout out to that young king. All right, my big boy Johnson, he came off the bench, gave us 2. Okay. Who am I missing here? Oh, I'm missing my favorite player, Mr. Zeke Cook, who gave us 5 points, but he gave us 9 big boards, okay? And of those 9 boards, 5 of them things were of the offensive variety, okay? That young king that told y'all already now. He want to be like Wern. He want to be like Dennis Rodman, but he ain't put on no goddamn dress, okay? Which, if he did want to do that, okay, that's his business. I ain't trying to, trying to have no folks come at me or nothing like that. I'm just saying with the king, we were talking. I interviewed this young man, okay, and I compared him to a Draymond. I compared him to a Dennis Rodman. I also said, now hopefully he ain't punching motherfuckers like Draymond, okay. But he gonna get the little shit done. The little shit is actually big shit. It's little shit to the casual. It's big shit to us hoopers. Okay, a motherfucker that's gonna goddamn rebound, a motherfucker that's gonna talk on defense, a motherfucker that's gonna blitz them pick and rolls and rotate. That's big shit. That's big shit. But there's no stat for that. There's no basic stat for that. But that tape don't lie. That tape don't lie. Okay. So shout out to that king. But let's get to the North Carolina A&T game. And I ain't got nothing against y'all in Canada. I ain't got nothing against y'all like that. But y'all, the judges did something to me by taking that damn victory from my Sonic Boom. Again, I'm gonna get to that. Okay. Oh, and let me not trip. That final score in that Howard game, if you missed it, was 81-74. My apologies. Okay, I got a little ahead of myself. Okay, but let's get into the Jack State North Carolina A&T game. We won that game by a score of 68-60. Okay. We actually shot poorly in this game, shot 39%. We are under 40% in this game, okay? We held NCAT to 42% shooting. Neither team shot that thing well from 3. We shot 22% from 3. They shot rounding up 18% from 3. Free throws are actually about even. This is a real tough, hard game. Both of our games out there actually were hard games. Both teams played hard. Okay. In both games. Okay. So shout out to all the HBCU teams that went out there and participated in this. Okay. But in terms of free throw, we were 71%, they were 72%. We shot 17, they shot 18. All right, we out rebounded our opponent again. 40 boards to their 33. 19 of the offensive variety. 19 offensive rebounds. That's insane. To their 9. That's 10 extra shots on goal, y'all. That's being a dog. Yeah, we're the Jackson State Tigers, but we got some dogs. You understand me? Okay. And that was really the key stat of the game. Okay. We turned them over. They had 16 turnovers, but we had 14. We did force 9 steals. We got 9 steals, I should say. You know what I'm saying? But those boys, y'all, those boys being aggressive, going to the boards, being some dogs. We won points in the paint. That's always good to do. Won at 38-32. A lot of folks just want to win the 3-point line, but shit, let's win the points in the paint too, baby. I remember my Lakers in 2020. Everybody talking about threes. Everybody want to be the Golden State Warriors. Fuck that. This is a game of giants. The Golden State Warriors can win that way because they got 2 of the greatest shooters of all time, and definitely the greatest shooter of all time, Stephen Curry. Okay. Okay, let's try to win the paint. Motherfuckers been winning the paint in basketball probably since Dr. James Naismith invented this shit. Can we win the paint? Can we win the paint? Let's see how that goes. Okay, and we won the paint and we won the game. All right, let's look at some individual numbers in the NCAT game. All right, our leading scorer once again was Mr. O'Neal. Like I told y'all, he went out there and showed his ass. Okay, well, he put up 24 points in this one. Once again, efficient, 11 of 14. That's amazing. Let me tell you, give y'all some game. In basketball, if you can make 50% of your shots, you're doing damn good. If you make 50%. This man right here went 11 of 14 in this game, in a very physical game. Okay, that's 79% shooting. That's a bad man. Great addition to the team. Way to go, Coach Mo. Okay. He was followed in scoring by Colty. Colty had 12 in this game, 4 of 12 overall, but 3 of 8 from 3. See, I'll take that from Colty. Okay. I'll take that. That's 38%. I'll take it. Okay, but we can't be down in them low 30s like that. Not in them low 30s, definitely not no goddamn 20s. Okay. So yeah, let me get some game to the parents out there. If you got your kid trying to develop a shooter, don't just focus on how many makes they got per day. If they go out there shooting in the driveway or they're shooting in the gym, don't just go tell them, oh, go make 100 shots, 500 shots, 1,000 shots a day. Don't just tell them that. Let's focus on percentage. Okay, to give them spots and tell them you need to make this percentage from this spot before you move to another goddamn spot. Okay. And if you don't make your percentage, make their ass run. Because that's gonna add some anxiety into it. And now, if they have to run, now you're adding some fatigue into it. And so now that's gonna simulate the game. You know what I'm talking about? That's how I built my shooters. Shit. That's how I built mine. To make them shoot by percentage. Okay. And I'm telling you, or somebody who wet is shooting 40% in the game. So don't in practice, don't have their ass trying to shoot 40% in practice. Okay. Because in practice, crowd ain't in there bringing that anxiety. It may have some fatigue, but you ain't got the same level of game fatigue in there. Okay, you ain't got nobody challenging your goddamn shot. Unless you as the coach or the parent, throwing up a hand for me, anything like that. But that's still not like game time. Okay. So they ought to be shooting 50%. Start there. Then move that bitch to 55%. Move that bitch to 60%. Okay. You know what I'm saying? As they get better and better and better, okay, from each spot. Grow these shooters. Okay. Focus on percentage. That's just a little real coaching moment for you. Okay. But moving on. Chase had 8 points. And he fouled out in this game. Okay. He had 8.7 assists. Okay. So still on his general shit. And I was a little concerned because they did foul him out in this game around, hold on, I don't want to lie to y'all. Let's make sure I give you the right now. Around the 6:10 mark in the game, okay? And they were running some little pressures on us. Some heavy, sometimes they just run a little soft press to make us, burn some of that shot clock. Okay. But to have your point guard go out and then face that kind of pressure of a team getting aggressive like that, and you're still able to pull that thing out, okay, that speaks to the poise of the team and the coaching staff. Okay, we had to really put the ball in Ken Evans' hand for him to bring it up a lot. You feel me? And just navigate that press. Having somebody in that middle trying to hit that guy. If that guy's not there, just patiently, going back and forth between the guys who bringing it up. Okay, and we were able to execute that very well. So shout out to the Kings for being able to overcome that adversity with losing your floor general with 6 minutes to go in the game. Okay. Ken Evans had 10 points, but once again, he did not shoot well. So we went out here. I told y'all in previous episodes that Ken been showing his motherfucking ass. All right. But in these 2 games, he was not able to do that offensively. Okay. In terms of scoring the ball. But for us to still come out with 2 victories, that speaks to the tenacity of our team defensively, and the depth that we actually have as a team, that we can still get buckets from other guys if our main guy is not able to produce in terms of scoring the basketball. Okay. Mr. Mitchell didn't light it up in this particular game. He did go 1 for 2 from Trey Ball, but he didn't get that many shot attempts. He only took 4 shots overall, had 3 3 points, okay. Mr. Johnson, not Big Trey, but the young king who plays forward for us. Okay, he had 4 points. All right. And who am I leaving out? Once again, Mr. Cook. Mr. Cook. I like to say Mr. Cook for last because what he does is not really score. Even though he gave us 7 points, okay. But he gave us 13 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 block. And 7 of those boards were of the offensive variety. Y'all would think, maybe y'all ain't watched. If you haven't watched, you would think Zeke Cook is 6'10", 6'11", based on his numbers. 13 boards, 7 offensive boards. Zeke about 6'6". Let's be generous, give him 6'7". He's just a dog. He a dog. In the grand scheme of things, y'all, 6'6" is extremely tall. Okay, the average man in America is 5'9". We talking basketball. Michael Jordan was 6'6". Okay. Michael Jordan was 6'6". So Zeke was in the league. That's like 2 guard. Like the textbook 2 guard, 6'6". Okay. This man down there battling amongst the big boys going to get something. And if you watch the game last night, because there wasn't a lot of people in there, so you can really hear the guys on the court talking, okay, because a good team going to talk. Most of the talking you were hearing from the Jack State Tigers was coming from Zeke Cook. He was telling the guy, he on that back line of that defense, playing the quarterback position of the defense, okay? And you can hear him telling the guy, you by yourself, fool. You by yourself, too. Watch him. He coming over. He coming over. That's how you play defense. They don't need to sound like no goddamn library if you on that defensive end. Shit. We got to communicate and be on one accord. And you need somebody to take the leadership position when it comes to that. So we got Chase Adams, who's the quarterback of our goddamn offense, and we got Zeke Cook, quarterback of our defense, and we got 2 dudes. And we got a hell of a coaching staff led by Coach Mo Williams. See, when you see a team that's blitzing, picking rolls, and properly rotating and flying around and trying to find guys scrambling, okay? That's a lot of coaching. That's a lot of reps. It's a lot of reps to get that shit right. And that's hard. And kids got to be conditioned. That part is hard. Because none of that is fun. But winning is. Winning is. So shout out to Coach Mo and staff for getting them boys to buy in and do some hard shit so they can win. That's what it's all about. Okay. So I'm proud of the team. Especially proud given that these were the first games we played thus far against fellow HBCUs. So it does give me even more encouragement going forward when we get into the SWAC schedule. Okay, so we got these wins to go along with knocking off Missouri and knocking off Arkansas State. Okay, hey, you got to remember, we still don't have Mr. Mansell. We've only had Mr. Mansell for one of these games. Okay, and we don't have Mr. Ruffin. Won't have him for the whole year. Okay, but Mr. Mansell, shit, he was a key contributor last year. For the beginning of the year, y'all remember the little swag pictures that they took, that all the teams took, you know what I'm talking about, real dope images, you know what I'm talking about? It was Coach Mo on there, with Chase Adams, and it was Mr. Mansell. He's a key piece of this damn team. And he's still out. One game, we've had him in there one game, but we were still able to go get these dubs. Still out there competing, okay? So just imagine going forward. The young Kings keep working, keep gelling, okay? And keep that mentality of 2 dogs, 1 bone. And I got to have that. Put it on something.
Please subscribe to my daddy's YouTube channel, because the more subscribers he gets, the more attractive he looks to sponsors. The more attractive he looks to sponsors, the more money he can make. And the more money he can make, the more money he can spend on me.